Let's.
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome.
It's DaamaeDaass.
DaamaeDaass. Okay, gotcha. You want to join the caster slot?
Yeah.
Oh man, Rio late semifinal. I need these to not go
Yeah.
too long.
It's
I've got a
had three
game.
games right in a row.
Yeah, man. That what was it? It was the one that the GRIN Esports game. I was watching the
Yeah.
end of that. The Mantis was like, "Oh yeah, like GRIN's like 2 sets of racks down, and there's like a 17k gold lead, so this should be over soon." It still went on for like another 20 minutes or something.
They went for megas. I mean, in a pro game, I'm not going for megas. I'm going for the win. I want to be very decisive, but it just felt like they felt really comfortable, so they just went for megas, and they allowed RIA to kind of figure out if they were going to come back or not. But the megas killed the base before they had time.
Right, right. I don't know, whatever they feel comfortable with, as long as it's like, I don't know, usually playing the boring game where it's like, oh, we're just going to farm for 5 minutes and wait for Roche. It's like horrible to cast because nothing happens, but.
Yeah, we just sit there and talk to each other.
Right, right.
Where are you streaming from?
Houston. Or, no, Dallas. God.
You're in Dallas? All right.
Yeah.
I'm in Honolulu.
Oh, neat. What time is it over there?
It is going on 11, but it's 10:30. And up since 6.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, had to open the doors. It's hot early here.
Oh, yeah. Must be nice.
Yeah, I guess.
Freezing to death out here in Dallas, man. It's been like ice for the past week.
Yeah.
Okay.
This PC running
Yeah, yeah.
gets excruciating in here. Uh-oh. All right.
All right, here we go. Game one. Game one. Game one, semifinals. We've got, what is it? GRIN Esports versus Block Roar Esports.
5 seconds.
That name, by the way, Block Roar, is like impossible to say. I it's like I just call him BRE. I just call him Block Roar, and then it gets caught up, and it's horrible. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I know GRIN Esports pretty well. I used to play in like their in-house league. I have no idea who Block Roar is though.
10 seconds.
Yeah, so I hosted GRIN's last match, so I'm pretty familiar with their gameplay as of now. Very aggressive, but they work really well around their items, so I'm really happy to see if they're going to continue that. PRE, not so much, but as I can see and what I'll tell the fans so far is that GRIN has a page of heroes they do not like to play against, and they will ban them no matter what the other team bans. So they just don't like to play against certain heroes, and they will ban them no matter what.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Lena obviously being one of them, but I feel like that's on everybody's page right now.
That one, and of course the Shrek, but I haven't seen too much of that being played this match. I did see a Bloodstone on a
Razor?
thank you. You knew exactly what I was trying to say. I did see a Bloodstone on a Razor, and that kind of ruined my game this week. But let's see what the pros pick.
Hey, no, the Razor Bloodstone's pretty strong, man. I mean, you just walk in there, you're like unkillable. It's horrible. I hate that character.
Yeah, I love Razor. I love him.
All right. Let's see. Magnus ban and Treant ban. Treant pretty standard ban as well. Magnus, though, is not the most common. Is there like a big Magnus player on the GRIN Esports side?
Yes. So last match they used the Magnus as the 4th position, and just went Greaves and Empowered for the carry, and it was just they farmed way too fast.
Right. All right, Tusk pick out from BRE, followed by Ricky Marana from GRIN Esports. It smells like a Metaslave kind of draft so far. Ricky Marana though, kind of weak. Just like not a very strong support duo. Your lockdown isn't great aside from Ricky's sleep dart, and then of course you'd have to land an arrow, but not the strongest supports in the world. And Broodmother. All right. There's a big Broodmother player on BRE.
Okay. What I have noticed though is that with last pick, our RIA, who was the contender with GRIN Sports last match, that they always ban Ricky. So that would mean somebody on GRIN Sports is a pristine Ricky player, and they knew that.
Mm-hmm. I think Ricky's also just it's a pretty busted support. When I say that they're weak supports, I don't mean like they're literally bad supports. I just mean that they tend to have low health pools and get bursted really easily.
Right.
Compared to like a Tusk or a Tiny, which will jump in there and start a fight. Ricky, I mean, his initiation is literally Sleeping Dart, so not the strongest. But Ricky Marana, I suppose, as a combo, is a great setup for the arrow.
Yeah, so that also is something that we need to watch out with GRIN Sports, is that, like I said before, their items are important in the last broadcast, and of course, they utilize them properly, which means timing.
Right.
They have very good timing.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see the shard on Ricky at 15. I'm sure is going to be a huge spike to play around.
Yari needs to watch out about their timing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just excellent with it. At least at this time in their game.
Let's see, TA ban, Slark ban on the side of GRIN Esports. I'm a little bit surprised about the Slark. Usually you're okay picking Ricky into Slark, and I mean nobody wants to play the opposite matchup, Slark into Ricky. And then BRE banning out Monkey King, Naga, Ember Spirit. What I'd imagine that it just clears Broodmother things, and then it's a bad time.
Yeah, they definitely are trying to pick according to what they believe that they should pick, but when I look at this, I see similarities in the bans that were given to GRIN in prior matches, and I think that BRE has been watching GRIN play, and they definitely know that they're not going to allow them to have Naga. Ember Spirit has always been banned for GRIN, and so has Monkey King. So they know something that we don't know.
Fair enough. Rubik ban on the side of GRIN Esports. Just a strong position 5 right now, so get it out of the way. You don't want it picking up any Ricky or Marana spells, I guess. Kunkka pick, though, for GRIN Esports. I guess that's going to be their Broodmother clear. Although it's kind of awkward to pick a Kunkka, especially playing mid, and then dedicate it to the lane that Broodmother's going to be shoving in.
I think Kunkka is always a good pick because he's very tanky if you allow him to be. So having that burst of magic, as well as having a tanky person, he's always a good pick to focus around.
Snapfire here for BRE. It beats Ricky in the laning matchup at least. I'm not so sure about Marana. but I'd imagine it's a Ricky 4, Mirana 5. So you're going to be playing Snapfire Broodmother against Mirana plus her hard carry. Tusk against Ricky, kinda Tusk favored. I mean, Ricky's a horrible lane support. It's like really sad.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Sven. All right.
All right. Question is does he get Scepter or not?
Probably not. I'd imagine we're gonna see like Razor's like a perfect pick for GRIN here. They can run down that Sven in the jungle, and it's a problem, especially we were talking about that Bloodstone Shard build. If you have this Broodmother trying to focus Razor, your Shard is gonna proc like continuously. It's what, like 17% chance on attack, and you have like what, like 20 Spiderlings hitting you. It means you're constantly proccing it. It's really good pick for GRIN Esports here. I'm not so sure about this Sven pick, to be completely honest. I think I feel like GRIN could just pick up like a Bloodseeker, and then it's gonna be bad news bear for the Sven, or bad news bear for the Sven here.
Yeah. One thing I do need to point out is that the Conka play for GRIN is very good. Great at positioning, repositioning enemy heroes, and utilizing the spells for Conka very well in the last match too. So we're gonna see a lot of repositioning, not only with the X marks the spot, but also with his Shard ability and Scepter ability. So we'll see how BRE adjusts in regards to their being relocated, stunned, and slept.
Yeah.
Because Razor is really effective once he's farmed up, and he'll probably go mid.
Yeah, I could see Razor mid. I wouldn't be surprised to see it offlane though. It's super strong against Sven. It's a great Razor offlane game. I think Kunkka mid is a pretty reasonable assumption though. I'd be very surprised to see it safe lane.
Yeah. Either way, they are going to clear Broodmother's Brood, because obviously Razor has his static and then Kunkka has his clef, so we'll see how this works.
Right. See Pango Ban here from BRE. I think it's the same idea as the Bloodseeker, where your Sven will just get kited out and stunned and knocked up and stuff like that. So
yeah, that was a good ban on their side.
Right. And then Batrider ban for GRIN Esports. I'd imagine it's just protecting the Kunkka, or protecting the Kunkka from a possible mid Batrider. Or Razor mid. I mean, either way, Batrider, obnoxious hero. You don't really have the right answers for it with Ricky Mirana.
I think the Tusk was an impulse pick, as always. You want to get that out of the way. And then, of course, yes, that's a smart ban, because you don't want 2 Bloodstone heroes on the map. That's just...
Right.
You might as well get that out of the way right now.
Yeah, and it's like free gold against the Broodmother, right? So, yeah. Pretty good.
10 seconds.
Let's see. I'm curious to see... I think GRIN Esports is just going to smash this game, honestly. BRE is a strong team. I mean, they didn't wipe the floor with Rodinho last series, but it was fairly clean. But GRIN has so much reserve time. It sounds like, or not sounds like, it looks like they came into this draft knowing exactly what they wanted to do. Their draft strategy seems pretty solid. I don't love the Ricky Mirana at the start, but I mean, these last 2 picks have been like perfect. So
yeah. And also, I could say for GRIN as well, Ricky was an impulse pick as well. So that's, I think they just saw that he was open, and then they utilized it before he was banned, because he was banned every match pretty early.
Right.
Their previous match.
Shadow Fiend. Yeah, probably one of the only laners that doesn't outright lose to Kunkka. Like, Puck is not going to play against Kunkka very well, right? But Shadow Fiend, get a couple raises, it becomes a really dicey lane for Kunkka. And I guess GRIN here is just looking at what their position 1 is going to be. Unless they plan on running Kunkka Razor.
5 seconds remain.
Well, definitely with that pick, we can say that Brutal runs safe lane. If need be. Shadow Fiend definitely loves his mid. I rarely see him run a safe lane, but he can. But definitely Shadow Fiend loves his mid. And Brood Mother is versatile into which lane she could play in, but she's not really versatile on team fights. So they're gonna have to focus around Brood. She's never been really good at rotation.
Yeah, she's kind of constricted to her webs and stuff.
Yeah, unless she's able to get boots of travel early. If she can get boots of travel, she can be very effective. But other than that, she usually has to stay in lane, and they have to focus around Tusk and Brood. So, like you said, they have enough time, and they're utilizing every second.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're just searching for that perfect pick. In my mind, I'm thinking something like, oh, maybe like Morphling would be pretty good here. You can take that, Caudle. Whoa! That's not what I expected.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Razor position 1.
3.
Whoa. Interesting. Okay, well, it's obviously a Broodmother 3. Simple's actually their hard carry, so they might be running... Is Simple their hard carry, or is it... I thought Simple was their hard carry. They could be running an SF1 here, which I don't really love. This Caudle is like a perfect aggressive pick. I was thinking you could probably do like a Necrophos mid and then play off your 15-minute timing. It kind of looks like that's what GRIN's doing here, is they're going to get their level 15, they're going to get their Bloodstone Shard Razor, and they're going to run it down. If they can get enough time for the Razor, it should be really, really good for them. And their pressure's going to be unstoppable with like a, you know, like an armlet Kunkka plus BKB.
Yeah, I completely agree. But you also have to agree with me that that's a pretty provocative outfit for a grandmother. You need to think about that. What were they thinking? They took her back to the 70s with that thing. But,
yeah, man. My game, my lore.
Definitely, I completely agree with you. Because once you get Kunkka leading the team into battle, you'll have Razor right behind him, shocking everybody. We just have to see how well Snapfire can disengage that, right? If you see if X marks the spot, put a lot of lava right on top of it.
Right. Right, try to hold off that aggression.
Yes.
So we'll see. I guess the ball's kind of in the ball's in GRIN's court to win this game, but the idea is very straightforward. So it's kind of on BRE to see if they can again stave off the aggression coming at 15 minutes. Interesting. All right, so on the side of the Dire, we've got Alpero Loco playing Snapfire, presumably position 5, with a... I mean, surely it's not a mid Sven, right? Is this a support Sven? Wait a second. Sven... No. Wait, yeah, this is a support Sven, right? I'm so confused. Maybe
No, I'm looking at a Tusk and a Snapfire.
This is a Tusk mid. It's Tusk mid. It's Tusk mid. Brood position 3, SF position 1, position 4 Sven, and then position 5 Snapfire. Or maybe position 5 Sven and position 4 Snapfire. Ah, but mid Tusk. Okay.
We would love to see. We would love to see. Well, I would love to see if he is playing that position. I would love to see him with Crimson, definitely to help out with Brood rushing in there, but she's gonna have to rush in on top of her webs, and then that will help to slave off some of.
Looking like a dead Kunkka here. First blood probably going to the side of BRE here. Ryu gonna take it for the early bottle, of course.
First blood, and that is how we do
Yep, pretty strong start to mid lane. It's probably all downhill from here, though. Kunkka against Tusk feels somewhat Tusk favored, but that's we'll have to see how it shakes out. It's not even Kunkka mid. Oh my lord, I forgot about the Caudle. It's Caudle versus Tusk, which is like giga like Caudle favorite, I think. Unless Ryu can get some early pressure and kill off the Caudle here. Yeah, it's not looking too bad.
No, not at all.
Bottom lane. All right, bottom lane. Position 1 Razor, position 5 Ricky, with the position 4 Snapfire, position 3 Broodmother. Looking like it's going to be a pretty boring lane for the most part. I mean, Razor's going to last hit, Brood's going to last hit. They're going to hit their timings and fuck off to the other sides of the map. Top lane, we're
Very
seeing... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, interesting mid lane. Hopefully we can focus on that because we definitely need Coddle to have items, but I don't know what more Coddle can get after a while. So let's see who rotates, right?
Right.
Should run.
Snapfire getting low in the bottom lane, being chased down by Ricky. I don't think he's gonna have the kill though. Only one blink strike here available to him. And then he uses it. He's getting kind of low. I don't know. This is a pretty aggressive position to take. Revenant pops the insatiable hunger. What's gonna come out of it? And Razor here to take all the damage. Top lane, we've got position 5 Sven with the position 1 Shadow Fiend being played by Virgil and Simple respectively, against the position 4 Mirana by LGDK, and position 3 Kunkka being played by Moves. Bottom lane, Snapfire does actually go down after a little bit. 1 or 2 blink strikes, a lot of damage on the Razor. She had no regen either, so unfortunate, but not unexpected.
It looks like Ricky's gonna perform just like he always performs, and that means that he's gonna continuously try to get the kill on anybody that's squishy, right? So he's gonna maintain that.
Right, of course. He started with I think 5 mangoes or something, and he's down to 2. So absolutely utilizing all of the mana that he has available to him. Nice quiet game so far though. Not a whole lot happening aside from the Snapfire kill and the Kunkka kill at the start. Ricky with his
both teams are trying to
6 armor, 1 million HP regen. How's mid going? What's Coddle up to? Stacking. He's gonna miss that first camp, I'm pretty sure. Oh, what do I know? Top lane. Little aggression here. No stun on the Sven. Arrow's going to connect on Simple. Looks like they might be going for this Kunkka here. They've got raises coming up. 1 more raise. 2 more raises. He's almost there. He's going to pick it up. Great job on Simple. Finding the kill on the Kunkka with the help of Sven. Great stun. And now Mirana just continuing to do Mirana things. Very, very fun. She's gonna right click to her heart's content. Bottom lane, Snapfire getting very low actually. Gonna be able to dodge the Ricky just for a second, but another blink strike's coming up in about 5 seconds. If El Perro Loco caught in the wrong spot, he might have a bad time. Arms now actually being gone on Revenant, diving forwards with the insatiable hunger. He's actually gonna pick up the kill on the Razor, and a sudden turn of events, because Razor is absolutely smashing that lane in terms of CS. 20-5 against 13-2. Little bit of a spin there with the Broodmother picking up the kill.
And ultimately, as we said before, it's dependent on whether Ricky has mana or not, and that was 1 cooldown away from being a kill. So,
Right.
on Ricky's side, of course.
Coddle, blasting wave, walking away. He's not faring too well in terms of XP and last hits, especially compared to this Tusk, who's about to be almost a full level up on him. Bottom lane, Snapfire getting low again. She can get linked up Plasma Field, and that'll be the end of her life for the moment. Top lane, Muzi going down again to the Shadow Fiend, and Mirana just wondering if she can do something to help out. And she's actually going to end up killing the Sven. That's going to be her form of helping. Sven going down now in trade for that Kunkka in the top lane. Pretty active game so far, actually.
Yeah, like I was gonna say before, is that I just ultimately feel like they're filling each other out right now, and they're making sure that they understand each other's skill level. Maybe they played each other in the past. It's probably possible. I have not seen them play, but what they do know is that tournaments can change the way you play, and this is definitely one of them.
Absolutely, yep. It's a very high skill tournament, but that doesn't stop people from letting the nerves get to them and having the shakes or something. Bottom lane, Ricky going down. You're gonna link up the Broodmother with the Razor, but I don't think anything is gonna come out of it. Couple seconds left on the Razor damage, and I think Revenant's generally okay with the way this lane's going. Even though Razor is about to hit level 6 and is is again doing quite well in terms of CS. 28-9 against 21-3. I think Revenant's A-okay. He knows he's not going to have the greatest laning stage, but he's going to pop out from the jungle and be happy with what he has. Ryu going in mid. He's hit his level 6. He might be trying to go for the coddle here. He's got a punch. Mirana in with the arrow. Not quite going to connect, and they're going to try to find the kill on Ryu. Only going down to about a third health. Not quite going to be enough. Top lane, though. That means Muzi's alone. It's possible that BRE can capitalize on this, and it looks like Sven's going to be coming around. He's going to see the Kunkka. I don't think he's going to act on it, though. They're pinging out the Snapfire. She's looking a little deceived. She's going to try for the TP out. Hey, okay.
I think she was looking a little TP-ish. That's what I was about to say. She needs to vacate the premises.
TP to bottom now with the Tusk. They're going to try to find the kill on the Razor. Punch from the Tusk. And he's second now. There it is. Razor down to about 100 health. Maybe the mischance. Maybe the mischance. They might actually turn around and get a kill on this Tusk if the mischance is enough. Not quite enough time being bought. Ricky not going to be able to get the blink strikes on him. Revenant, though, diving forward. He's going to try to find this Ricky. Going to have to reveal his high ground ward here. Revenant, come on. Like 2 more hits and he's got it. I don't know if he's going to get it in time.
He is
getting awfully close to mid. Ah, there it is. Oh, it was actually more than enough. Holy crap, it's a lot of spiderlings. Because they had, what, 2-3 stacks of that on him, on the Ricky?
Yeah. Not only that, he chased him all the way down. And there is what we were talking about earlier. It's Kato getting rid of all of those spiderlings in one hit. She has to, what's the name? Retreat on that note.
Yeah. Yep, Caudle not even at his max level of Illuminate yet, so... And here's Razor also chunking down the damage on the spiderlings, but I think Revenant's going to be happy to back up, let them heal up, and maybe go for the tower soon. Ryu just kind of existing mid. He might be playing a little aggressively. He's going to snowball out. Just kidding. He's gone. He has completed his Falcon Blade. Caudle, TPing top. They might be trying to go for a kill here. Simple has already hit level 6, but he doesn't have his ultimate yet. Doesn't have enough mana either way. Caudle, he's looking for Simple. They might find it, but it turns out Tusk is also going to find them. Caudle is in a real tough spot here. Great stun for the Kunkka to try to stop some of the aggression, but it's not even going to be close to enough as Caudle goes down to a big punch. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Razor being executed by the Broodmother. Well, opposed to Snapfire and the Broodmother. This is actually going to be a bottom tower for BRE here. Pretty good reactionary play from Ryu there to TP top and counter the reactionary play from Caudle. They have a ward here, so Ryu could go in for another. Yeah, looks like there's going to be a disease looking Kunkka here. 1 or 2 raises, that'll be more than enough. Kunkka TP's in, but this is almost certainly a mistake. He's been punched up and killed again, and immediate TP into death. He's got his boots of travel, but for why? Bottom tower going down as well in favor of BRE. This is looking pretty bad.
Yeah, so frustration sets in, especially on the side of GRIN at the moment, and I definitely have seen it before where, you know, you pick Ricky, you assume that you're gonna have a good lane, but you forget that Ricky will leave you in the lane by yourself. That's what's happening with Razor right now. But I don't think he's frustrated. I think he's gonna go for his laning, and he's gonna stay focused.
Revenant looking for the Caudle here. He might suffer another death. Not quite. Looks like they're just gonna group up with the Spiderlings and take the mid tower. Tusk, Snowball. He's going towards this Mirana here, who's been stunned by this Sven. Now big punch up to finish off Mirana with the Ice Shards. Revenant has lost every single one of his Spiderlings and immediately shot Caudle to the top of the last hit chart. Spiderlings going down again. That's what they need to do with this Caudle, I think. Just throw him in the Brood lane and then stop moving him around.
Razor will be very effective at that as well, too. So we'll see how it pans out.
Right. It's interesting that the Broodmother's opting to go for a mechanism here instead of like a hood or a pipe for her spiders.
That's a build when you're trying to keep up with the simple fact that you are using your mana a lot. So it's a good way to just build into something that's going to assist you anyways, instead of utilizing your gold for mangoes.
Ricky getting a little aggressive with mid here. Looks like he'll be fine. So Razor's actually not opting to go for that Shard Bloodstone. He's going to go BKB and then just, again, try to deal with all the aggression from, looks like BRE at this point. Sven going down. Yeah, this is
Definitely a Bloodstone.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Definitely a Bloodstone would be very useful at the moment, but the fact is that Ricky left. Yeah, so Ricky left him bottom, and they know that. So now they're all going to rotate to make sure that he does not get the farm he needs. So obviously, as stated before, he may need to rotate, just like most of them, or just like most of his teams.
Right. Looks like Revenant's kind of gearing up to take this tower. Kunkka's going to TP in along with the Coddle. Spiderling's immediately going to scout them out. They're going to back off here, but it looks like Sven might get caught out top. There is a Eye of the Storm available on Razor. Looks like it's not going to matter too much, though. Bottom lane, Ryu diving deep. They're looking for this Coddle here. Snapfire's going to come out and finish him off real quick. Muzi here with the X and the Torrent. He's going to stun up the Broodmother here. It looks like she's going to be A-okay, though. Mirana trying to ult and escape, but she's going to be found by the Broodmother here. Coddle kind of getting ran at. There's a big Shadow Fiend ult. There's the permanent fear. Do they have the detection? No detection. Any detectors? Looks like Coddle's going to be found anyway. Moonlight Shadow about to run out. This is looking pretty game over. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, BRE is completely taking control of this game. Tusk is off to an amazing start. Broodmother's already taken the tier 2 tower at 13 minutes, and Simple's having a great time. He's top of the net worth, despite the fact he's rotated into the bottom lane to take a tower. So, Razor has nothing. Kunkka is destitute. Coddle's just not performing like he should. This is looking okay. Ryu finds a kill on Ricky. This is looking pretty bad and pretty over.
$7K lead. They're also up by 13 kills.
Bottom tier 2 is down. They can take over the outpost, which is just more and more space for the Broodmother, like she needs it or something. Oh no. Okay, big fight. Probably gonna pop out here mid. We'll see if Coddle wants to decline it by shoving wave, but BRE is absolutely primed for this.
Yeah, let's just say that Broodmother has not done it alone. BRE has definitely rotated to her lane and made Razor very afraid to stay in lane, since he has been killed many times this match. He's 0-3 at the moment.
Smoke to top lane. They're looking for arms here. Virgil and Ryu. They're going to find him right here. DD's pop. Big punch up from the Tusk. Snowball. Ice shards. They're going to try to find the damage here. They just need a little bit more. Snapfire Cookie's going to head the wrong direction. Big ult. She's going to finish off the Razor, but now she might pay for it with his life. Incoming Rana. Going to hit the big Q. Coddle now with a blast as well. Trying to do some damage. Tusk. He's in again. He's got the DD. He's going to kill off the Mirana. What was originally just supposed to be a 1-for-0 turns into a 2-for-0 in favor of BRE. The DD on Tusk doing so much work. And if you look at the vision map, actually, I mean, Radiant has nothing. Radiant actually has nothing.
Since they have nothing, they're going to pull back and go ahead and get Roche. But one thing, while they're taking Roche, which is a normal thing that you should be doing at this point, I want to focus on something that I always like to focus on, and that's vision. If you see, they are locking down Ricky with the sentries, and then they're also making sure that they can see the rest of the team for any ganks with their wards, right?
Right. Mirana Arrow not quite going to connect. Big fights breaking out. Simple ults. There's not going to connect on anything really, but they are going to find the Ricky. Like you were talking about, Coddle now being found in the back line as well. The tag team plus the Broodmother is way too much, and Razor's going down. It's a 23-4 game. Muzi running for his dear life, but I don't think there's any escape from this one, my friend, and Muzi's going to go down as well. It's a 5-for-0. 34-24. An absolute shellacking so far. Roche now going in favor of BRE. I mean, this is... I mean, you can call it. I mean, it's... I don't know if there's any coming back from this one. This is, again, an absolute shellacking. GRIN's being
Absolutely.
wiped.
Got it.
Absolutely, this is one of those shellackings that we've seen before. We got a 10-0 Tusk, a 6-0 Brood, and a 5-0 Spirit. But what I do know about GRIN is that they will definitely fill the team out, their competitor, and they'll adjust accordingly. So this may be one of those times.
Maybe. Ricky going down as well now. And it looks like Simple's going to solo take the top tower. Objectives falling in favor of BRE, and they're all sitting mid. They've got the Greaves on Broodmother. Now slowly working on her her pipe.
Radiant should look to their top tower.
Top lane, they may be going for a kill here on the Shadow Fiend. They just don't know about the Kunkka that's also sitting there. Looks like Simple, no fear in his mind. He's going to take a free kill as Ryu finds the Coddle. Snapfire ult also used. Oh, the Embrace. Oh, she got it. Top lane, looks like they might see the Ricky here. Not quite.
Tower is no more.
And on to high ground they go. BRE ready to take this high ground. Virgil pops the God Strength. Slowly yet surely. Big stun onto Shadow Fiend. Not quite going to do too much here. And he's going to immediately turn back to hitting the tower. Another sleep. Perhaps another arrow. BRE rotates over to mid lane. They're going to go for the tier 2 here. Big Coddle Blast. I don't even think they care.
I don't think they cared so much because Coddle cannot take out the team as they thought maybe he would be able to. So the team is working really well together, and that is what all teams need to do if they want to win a championship, right? Or at least be contending for the tournament, is that they have to work really well together. And Coddle cannot go 1v5, especially with Razor at 05, Kunkka at 06. This is harsh for Coddle at the moment.
Simple prepping his ultimate. Shadow Fiend gonna come in. Torrent not gonna connect on anything except the Creek Wave. Muzi now getting stunned up. Boat. Delay just for a little bit. God, that Shadow Fiend damage is incredible. Coddle now going down to Ryu, who's gonna be slept up and stunned. Great block from the Snapfire, although I don't think it'll end up mattering. Desolator now finished on Tusk. Any punch is a kill. Yeah, I think BRE is just going to be too big here. I mean, especially once this pipe gets on top of the Broodmother. Or once the Broodmother acquires her pipe. I mean, that Coddle's going to be even less of a hero than he is now. Punch up, they're going to find the Kunkka. Ryu just doing so much damage, and they're going to be able to take out this tower now. Daedalus finished on Shadow Fiend. And GRIN is trying with everything they have, but I don't think it's going to be enough this game. It's going to be the first set of racks down at around 20 minutes. It's looking pretty dismal. 16k gold lead at 20 minutes as well.
It's very interesting too is the items that they're carrying. If they got Broodmother with Greaves, they also have the opportunity to have Greaves on Snapfire. And if that's the case, when is the next time you're going to be able to kill them if they're able to heal twice?
Right.
With their wand.
Ricky gonna get stunned up. Yeah, there's just so much damage from Revenant. It's simple. I mean, the Shadow Fiend is really pumping it out now. No shard quite yet, but I mean the Daedalus is more than enough. Pipe now finished on Revenant. This is looking pretty disastrous for Grim. Looking grim for GRIN. Ha ha ha. Looks like they're gonna back off, push in the mid wave, and look to finish it off here. Smoke now from GRIN. This is kind of a desperation smoke. It's go right under the dire vision as well. El Perro Loco gonna pop it for his team. They're gonna notice everyone. It looks like she has absolutely no fear in her mind. Punch immediately to the back. Coddle going down. Snap Fire coming up. Arms is gonna do everything he can. He has his BKB finish. Sleep coming up from Ricky to stop the Snap Fire, but Arms is, I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything.
Oh, they're calling
Yeah,
GG already.
they're gonna call it GG here. It's Desperation Smoke, doesn't work out. It was GG at 20, and I think GRIN's finally realizing it.
ERE.
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was not even close. Just wipe the floor with them.
Shellacking, as you said. Shellacking.
Right on. Okay, cool. We'll take a 10-15 minute break, and we'll be back with game 2 of the series. Hopefully a little more, a little more competitive than what happened there. I think that was just an out drafting. All right. And we are back with game 2 of GRIN versus BRE after the word of the day shellacking of the previous game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they banned the
You have
Brood.
to really. Yes. They don't want that to happen again. But I gotta be very honest. I don't think it was the Brood itself that made the difference. What made the difference was the fact that the Brood was in lane with a Razor who was alone. And Ricky was in lane with Razor, they were actually winning, and they should have went back to that recipe.
Right. Ricky's just such a weak lane support, generally speaking, unless you like have some kill potential on like a Snapfire, for example. He just doesn't do very much against a Brood.
5 seconds.
Yeah, but especially after he left, I mean, there's nothing Razor could do.
Your double, I hear you twice.
Oh, that's odd.
Mm-hmm.
Are you watching the stream as well, or?
No. I'm just on Discord. I didn't open up Twitch because I know that can happen.
1 second. All right, I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect. That's odd. All right, any better? You still hear me twice?
That's good.
All right. All right, Rubik pick from GRIN Esports.
Oh wait, it's back.
I'm hearing my voice through your end as well.
Radiant's turn to pick. Dire's turn to pick.
Was that what's going on?
Yeah, I think so.
Spirit.
No, I can still hear it.
Yeah, I don't have anything else open but Discord. Not in a party together, are we?
Oh, you know what? You're hearing me through the in-game chat.
10 seconds.
Go
remaining.
to, let's see, audio, like your Dota settings. Go to audio and hit mute co-broadcasters.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Alright.
Turn to battle.
Yep. All right, Rubik pick for GRIN Esports, followed by Tiny after Snapfire Ember.
It is Radiant's
Middle pick for BRE. They favor this BRE, or they favor this Ember Spirit, I should say. I got played against them in the previous series and it's quite strong. I think it's a great hero right now. Yeah, it's solid. They're gonna play it mid, obviously. And now they're just gonna ban stuff that beats it.
Radiant's turn to ban.
At least for the next 2 bans, yeah.
Right. Let's see, Rubik and Tiny. I mean, solid. I think they're solid supports. I like these a lot more than Ricky Marana. I feel like those two are somewhat niche in what they do, and you know, Rubik, Tiny, very straightforward game plan, very tanky, like I was talking about. The Tiny can just go in and toss back. He doesn't care too much.
Dire's turn to ban.
Yeah, I think these were as before. I think the 2 first picks for the for both teams last match were pretty impulse. Now they're really thinking it through, and they understand who and what they're and who and how the other team plays. So now they're focused more on their lockdowns and what they can accomplish in this next match versus trying to fill them out. So we'll see how they pick these next 2 picks.
Yep, I'm curious to see what they end up going with here. Shadow Fiend banned as well from GRIN Esports. Possibly Respect banned, possibly also could just be one of those things where it was just so horribly oppressive to play against that. You know, they might have forgotten about it, and it's been brought to the front of their mind now.
Also, what's really interesting is the ban on Tusk, right? Ban on Tusk is as what do you say? It doesn't work because they used Tusk last match. I would have believed they would have did an impulse pick on Tusk because the other team didn't ban it, but I guess because they got first pick, they didn't want them to have Tusk. Or GRIN has first pick, so BRE didn't want them to have Tusk. Grab Tusk early.
Yeah, I'd imagine that it's probably one of those things where it's just such a strong hero. It's like playing Lina, you know, like whoever's second pick has to ban Lina, and I guess BRE valued Tusk high enough that they figured they should ban it as well, if they aren't playing it.
I completely agree.
I mean, it was first pickable for them last game, so they probably feel quite strongly about it. Beastmaster ban?
Should.
Right. Beastmaster ban for GRIN Esports. Yeah, your supports don't deal with the zoo very well right now.
Yeah, or let's just see if they pick a Lycan, because they did have a Lycan last match. Lycan was doing very well last match for GRIN. He just didn't get a chance to fulfill his destiny. He was really quick and very efficient.
Right.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Silencer banned from Block Roar or BRE. Interesting. Okay, because they're picking the Dawnbreaker. I was like, yeah, I guess it's good against Snap and Ember, but okay, they're gonna pick the Dawnbreaker. I mean, I don't think GRIN necessarily. I guess they could be playing Tiny mid, right? They could be playing Tiny against Ember. I suppose Silencer is maybe a position 5-able hero for BRE. But in that same vein of thought, they could run, GRIN could run Rubik 5 and then a Nyx 4 against Dawnbreaker, Snapfire, Ember, and it's quite good. Especially
Yeah,
Dawnbreaker and Snapfire.
Just discussing something, just discussing anything like that, you have to also take in consideration that they probably aren't thinking too far ahead with that, because they can mix, they can mix and match these three picks any way they feel. So here's that Lycan pick I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it.
Something that's a must that needs to be done early on, and I know this is something I always press, but Dawnbreaker definitely needs to get her scepter early on in a team match, especially if you're playing with people that you know.
Whoa. Abaddon. Yeah, I haven't seen this guy picked up in forever. I'm surprised though. I think what GRIN Esports could have done, it could have done something really cheeky. It could be, was it Lycan 1 in that previous game that he played?
Yes.
5 seconds.
Okay, what they could do is, this is actually perfect. They pick their position 1 and their position 3. That way they can flex their tiny between 2 and 4. And it almost forces BRE to ban Nyx here. Because you could play this like Nyx 4, you have a strong Abbott on 3, which isn't really going to lose lane too hard, generally speaking. Depending on whatever the safe lane matchup is. Ooh, BRE has second pick on all this. This is real scary for GRIN.
I think GRIN has been in this position once before, or they probably have been in this position many of times, and they're probably not too nervous about their second game. What they are nervous about, and I think that they've already established that, is they've already established the fact that they've gotten rid of the heroes that they typically saw that were causing them the most problem, and that's very important. When you're going into a second game, right?
Lifestealer. Interesting. So I think GRIN might be in the what is it? The market for a different position 4 if they're getting Lifestealer against a bad and tiny. Sounds pretty horrible to play a tiny 4 here. I'd imagine there would be a Nyx coming up, possibly like a strong ranged 4.
It is Radiant's ban. It is Dire's
LC ban, Slark ban, of course, absolutely annihilates Lifestealer. Kind of beats most of the team on BRE, actually. I don't think Nyx is actually a great pick here for GRIN. They really need somebody to kind of tie the whole draft together. I suppose that could be Lycan, but
10 seconds remain.
I'm kind of questioning this Abaddon pick. Or Abaddon
5
pick, I should say.
seconds.
Typically staying quiet at this point because we could do a lot of talking once they pick the 5th one. Don't let me forget, I really want to focus in on this Lifestealer pick, since I'm a very, very big fan of player of Lifestealer.
Gotcha. Mars ban against BRE. I suppose they could be looking for an offlaner. They could be also looking for a 4 here, even a 5.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn to pick.
Ursa. Yep, good against Lifestealer. I like it. It should beat whatever 3 they have. Well, it should beat their lane, generally speaking, unless BRE plans to go for Razor here.
Seconds.
49 seconds in their reserve time.
Oceans of time. Figure out what they want to do. Let's see it. What's going on?
I think a good hero at this point would be Centaur.
Centaur. I don't know if you want to pick a Centaur against Ursa.
I mean, Blade Mail and his original ability will.
Furion's a great pick.
Make the ultimate choice.
So, with that being said, I just want to first focus in on BRE before we move into the matches. Is that they have a great combination between Lifestealer and Dawnbreaker, right? Lifestealer ults, she ults, they all come down on top. There's no need for anybody to be behind at this point. Nature's Prophet, I don't know so much about Nature's Prophet being a choice at this moment because Rubric is here and Tiny is here, and there's going to be blinks on both Ursa and Tiny. Now, I don't know BRE's gameplay, but I do know GRIN's at this moment, and they know how to play Ursa. They know how to play Lycan. They know how to play Rubric. So the two, Tiny and Abaddon, Abaddon's your tank. Tiny's pretty tanky himself. So it's gonna be again resting on Snapfire's shoulders, I believe, for BRE.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think the Nature's Prophet is like a 10 out of 10 pick. You pick up your Ags on Nature's Prophet, you can kind of go around the map, and like you were saying with Dawnbreaker and Lifestealer, yeah, the Lifestealer hops in the Dawnbreaker, Ryu can go on any kill he wants, Dawnbreaker ults in, Nature's Prophet TP's in, you pop your Ags, everybody gets rooted, which Ursa just hates. Yeah, I would have to give this draft to BRE, and maybe the GRIN Esports, like, maybe their offlane goes really well and something can happen, but Abaddon's just such a weak hero, and I don't know if they could run it down with the Lycan, it's possible, but I think BRE has all the answers right now.
For me, as they're starting up, I'm gonna go ahead and go with GRIN at the moment. I like the underdog. One is I've seen their Lycan play. I've seen their Ursa play and their Lycan play, and I'm just gonna put the pun out there. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, as much as you may like it, it's a real tough lane as well. I mean, Furion absolutely annihilates an Ursa. You just pop out the treants, pop on the Blightstone, Ursa, not gonna have a good time, but it could go either way. As we saw last game, I think we both favored the GRIN draft, and that was not very good.
It was a shellacking.
A shellacking. We're gonna spot out the Rubik here. Could go forwards for a kill. You definitely have potential with Dawnbreaker and Snapfire. Ryu also being spotted out mid. Gonna have to deny his own ward. Yeah, it looks like they know.
30 seconds to battle.
Rubik throwing out. He's gonna spot all the BRE players, but there's the ward being picked up by Virgil. And they're gonna have to deny their. Okay, this is so clowny, man. They put down 2 observers and both of them get denied. It's like they start the game with 0 wards. All right, it's gonna be a 2-2 bounty split. Let's see, what's this mid matchup? Tiny against Ember? That smells Ember favored to me. I think top lane, it's gonna be, oh lord. Okay, so Baden 5, Ursa 1 against Nature's Prophet 3 and what, a Dawnbreaker 4? That also sounds pretty bad for GRIN here. Bottom lane, Rubik and Lycan against Lifestealer and Snapfire. That one actually seems fairly equal.
Yeah, so equality is not the greatest thing for Dota at the moment, and what I see here is that GRIN has adjusted, right? GRIN is not going to allow Razor to stay in lane by himself. This time they get Lycan. That way Rubik can rotate out, and even if there's 2 people in lane, definitely Lycan is going to have his helm early.
Right. And Lycan also has no problem going in jungle, unlike Razor, who farms in jungle typically pretty slow. Lycan's more than happy to grab his helm, the Dominator, and go punch some creeps. This Ryu guy's pretty good at mid lane, huh? 6-2 against 4-2. Let's see. Top lane, Abaddon already at 200 health. He's gonna start to have to munch his mangoes, and of course already going through his supply of mangoes. I'd be very worried if I was a Abaddon. Yeah, stunned up. That's going to be a kill in favor of BRE. The Blightstone and the Dawnbreaker damage is too much. You got to be prepared for that level 2 spike. Mid lane, Tiny getting kind of low. Ryu, he's holding a point. Tiny's going to pick up his bottle and grab the water rune, so survive this bout with Ryu here. Got to make sure to get in that slight damage, of course, before you go pick up the rune.
I think again what a lot of teams are not taking into effect is the fact that how powerful a raindrop is, right? If you get a raindrop, you can definitely offset a lot of the physical damage that is coming from, or magical damage that is coming from Ember Spirit. And if you are capable of doing that, you're capable of frustrating him to a certain extent. You don't want to just necessarily use the bottle.
Tiny actually up on XP against this Ember Spirit. I think that might just be a wave difference, though. He's getting kind of low. Ryu has the Searing Chains. He wants to use it. There's a slight. He has the chains. Tiny's trying to run. He's going to toss the Ember away. Just going to live for but a moment, but Blightstone coming in for Ember now, and Tiny's out of resources completely. This could just be a slight kill here. No, Tiny's just going to have to back off. Absolutely outskilled in the mid lane. He's going to have to take the long walk back to base.
Dire have fortified their structures against attack.
As you can see in the jungle right here, these two are just hitting each other. Dawnbreaker and Abaddon. Nothing can happen between these two.
Right. And after a pretty active first minute or two in that lane, not a whole lot happening. I don't know. Dawnbreaker kind of taking damage. Abaddon does have his Mist Coil, so.
Everybody's playing a little bit lightly. I think everybody is understanding how good each team is, and they don't want to upset the flow of that one kill that they have, right?
Right. I think both teams are kind of okay with it, and they're not really looking for some revenge kill or anything here. They're just happy with what they have. Rubik taking damage. Snapfire might be able to chase him down. Not quite. It's like she'll be scared off by the wolves. Mid lane, Ryu really giving it to this Tiny. I mean, they're finally hitting the same level, but Ryu's about half a level ahead here. He's going to be able to pick up that level 6 and probably dunk the Tiny.
What's really interesting is that most of the time, most of the teams have been really utilizing a wand at some point. Right now, I think that the center lane should be using their wand, and they should be focusing on. Oops.
Oh, missing a kill. Bottom lane, Rubik going down.
Yeah, so I think ultimately,
Ryu.
Tiny would be able to. Well,
Let death
go down.
Peace.
as I speak, I should just say it. Tiny needs a wand, and that will help offset a lot of this as well as a raindrop.
I just get this feeling. I just have this feeling that Ryu's going to absolutely outplay the Tiny, and as he has done so far, he's going to rotate onto the map and start causing problems for the rest of GRIN. Kind of similar to last game. Absolutely annihilating the entirety of GRIN Esports with his Tusk. Top lane not going too bad. You got a level 5 Ursa, level 3 Abaddon. Who is taking damage? A Pero Loco. Oh, he's going to find the Ursa in the woods, and it's going to be a kill in favor of GRIN Esports. I think that's their first kill in about 30 minutes of gameplay. Revenant, he's going to get caught here, but he'll TP out all the way home back to safety. They brought Rubik to mid, which means it's going to be a solo Lycan against Lifestealer. Probably not your favorite matchup if you're the Lycan player. Lifestealer has just no problem trading into that. And there's a Snapfire here. They're looking for the stun. Not quite gonna hit there. Mid lane, that Tiny's getting real low. I mean, if... Oh, they're actually gonna kill Paraloco top, but I'm looking mid. Ryu is gonna do a lot of damage to this Tiny. He has one Remnant. If he wants to go in, he's gonna have this slide here. I'm seeing a dead Tiny on my screen. I don't know about you. I mean, what does Tiny have here? He doesn't have a bottle. I suppose he does have an illusion. And he's gonna have to back off for the time being.
Yep.
Prophet, kind of happy with his lane. Ursa's gonna pick up his ring of health, so it should be a-okay now in top. Especially that second Dawnbreaker death. I think they're quite happy with the state of the lane. Ursa also picking up the Enrage.
As you said earlier, it's ultimately useless to be chasing after a life stealer, but Lycan will just go ahead and farm instead. He does that very well.
Mid lane, Ryu getting kind of low. He's going to TP back to base. He might go for this kill on Tiny if he gets in fast enough, but he might just wait for wave as well. There he is. Pop some damage on the Tiny. He's going to go for the bottom rune here. I suppose he'll check top against the Baden and Tiny, and can't imagine it going too poorly. Rune does end up being bottom, and now this might be a kill for Ember onto the Abaddon. Chasing him down. He's got the slight. Double Remnant. He's looking for one more slight here. If he can get it off before the Abaddon uses shield. Instead, they're going to trade it for the Tiny mid, and it's an absolute disaster for the mid lane here for GRIN Esports. Rojo not having a good time at all.
You wouldn't have thought that Dawnbreaker would rotate out of lane. That meant that was leaving
Ursa alone against Nature's Prophet, but
yes.
well, speaking of Ursa alone against the Nature's Prophet, double TP in for GRIN Esports. They might be going for a kill here. Revenant doesn't have a whole lot except trees. Great stun from Tiny. Ursa coming forwards. He's going to try to find a kill onto Paraloco. Toss back. Another set of bashes from Ursa, and he's doing A-okay. Ult from the Nature's Prophet to come in to finish it off. Or to finish off the fight and disengage, I should say. But now Ember's here. He's in with the slide. He's in with the chains. They're going to find the Abaddon here in the back. But they need to start worrying about the Ursa, who's just running directly towards the Nature's Prophet. Great stun to kind of finish him off. Tiny's running forwards. He doesn't have any mana for toss or anything, so he's got to be careful here. Chains, turn around, sleight of fist. It's a lot of damage from the Ember Spear. The toss not quite going to actually get a kill, but it's certainly going to disengage long enough for him to die 10 seconds later. El Paraloco walking forwards, and you can feel the kind of pressure mounting from BRE here. And Simple's happy farming in bottom. He's got his armlet already, and Lycan's not able to do much to him. Although he does have his helm.
Yeah, he does have his helm, and that's what he's looking for right now. He's going into the jungle and try to figure out if he can't find Troll of Darkness. Summoning Troll of Darkness.
Right. Looks like BRE gonna try for this mid lane here. They brought the Prophet in. Got about half damage on it. Ryu kind of out of mana here. I suppose he does have a regen rune, so he's just trying to get it all out of his system before he pops it. Why not?
No.
I was just about to say that they need to not do that, but they also rotated, meaning that they need to not let Ursa stay in lane and farm. But they did. They stopped the mid push and then they went ahead and rotated top.
Right. And it's kind of, I think the onus is on the Nature's Prophet here to see if he can apply enough pressure to enable Ryu and enable his Dawnbreaker and enable Lifestealer to do what they want in this game. And I think he's doing a great job of it so far. Going first item Ags. Needs to be a little careful. This Tiny could just pop out and doink him. Don't know if Tiny's gonna have enough damage. Yeah, not quite. Said he's gonna pop his ult, and things are about to get real spicy. Bottom Ryu diving in, Centaur stun, not quite gonna connect. Great infest by the Lifestealer. They are gonna stun up the Abaddon. Ult is going to pop. A little bit of blocking. That's gonna be a dead Abaddon. Another kill for Ryu on a mega kill streak. Playing quite well this game, as with last. The ball
Very
is rolling.
Yeah, very interesting that Ursa went and took out that summoning troll.
Yeah, if you're trying to push the tower, I'd imagine you want to keep that alive, especially with the Lycan, who's spawning millions and millions of creatures all the time. Lifestealer happy farming. I hear a Snapfire ult going off somewhere. It looks like it's going to be midnight, or sorry, Dawnbreaker ult. Going to come in. They're going to pick up 2 kills, 1 on the Rubik, 1 on the Abaddon. And I don't know, the pressure's mounting, man. I'd be real nervous if I was GRIN.
I'll be really nervous at the point of seeing that how they utilize that. That was a really well played and well placed ult by Snapfire, and then as well as Ember Spirit locking them down.
Oh, they're looking for the Tiny here. They're going to have the chain slight. Tiny, he does have another stun here, but there's just 3 people bashing him, and there's a Lance of Pursuit on somebody here, and Tiny's going to go down now. We look at the scoreboard here. Their Tiny is, what is it, 0-4-2 compared to the enemy mid laner, 7-0-1. Ryu is about ready to run over this game. He's already got his Javelin. He's looking for the Maelstrom to clear all the Lycan stuff. Sleight of Fist now for Rubik.
So he was able to get his Dark Troll Summoner.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
Looks like we're gonna have a smoke. It's gonna be hard to, yeah, I was about to say it's gonna be hard to disguise yourself when you got all these.
All these things running around. Ult now from Lycan. They hear it come out. Prophet. Pretty sure. Oh, he's going to sprout the Centaur and keep running Pro Loco in. He's here with the stun. They're going to be able to catch the Centaur. Muzi kind of sitting behind tower, but it looks like a dead Dawnbreaker. Going to be great stun from the Snapfire to actually pause the aggression for just a second. Sleight of Fist is going to actually do so much damage to everything. They're going to get 2 kills here for the Lycan ult. And nothing on the side of GRIN Esports. I'm sure they've got to be feeling this frustration. There's rainbow TPs every time they try something. Even a kill onto a Nature's Prophet is met with the entirety of BRE. It's got to be frustrating.
Very frustrating. I see the frustration setting in, especially on the fact that, again, they're behind in kills and they're behind in gold. And they're depending on their Ursa to come around sooner or later.
Yeah, and he does have his Battle Fury, but it could just be too little too late. Mid tower now finally going down in favor of BRE as Nature's Prophet sends his 10,000 treants. Looking deep, they actually are going to find the Lycan again. Snapfire ult comes out. Rubik's going to be able to steal the Lifestealer Magic immunity. Maelstrom now finished on Ryu. Mid tower down, Revenant TPing to bottom lane to deep push. And Tiny desperately farming the enemy jungle. Poor guy. He doesn't know where anybody on BRE is, but Tiny seems more than happy to... He's going to cut the mid-wave now, and the BRE pings them all out. Dawnbreaker TPing in. This Tiny doesn't have any man. He's got to be very careful. Nature's Prophet going to run around. Tiny juking. He's going to get spotted by the siege creep anyway. He's going to take out a courier, I guess, but this is going to end in death. There's a stun from the Dawnbreaker. It's going to connect. Sprout now, not really going to do anything considering the Dawnbreaker's spells, but Tiny going down now, trying to stave off the aggression. Instead, going to give a kill to the Nature's Prophet, who has finished off his Ags. It's a 5k gold lead at 15 minutes, and you're playing against the Nature's Prophet. Looking scary, Ryu. Slight change.
Not saying anything. Yeah, I'm not saying anything, but they should have taken that mid tower.
Conqueror is set. He is going to pop his ult here. They might be able to get a kill on Ryu, but looks like he might just remnant it away. He has another slight coming up, like right about now. But he does have more remnants, so I don't think he cares all that much. He's going to get stunned. Dawnbreaker ult coming in now to save him. And they're running forward with the entirety of BRE. Rubik going down. Muzi is going to try to pick up a kill here. Stun from the Tiny, actually going to do a fair amount of damage. They're going to finish off the Snapfire and the Dawnbreaker. Lifestealer getting a little scared. Probably not scared enough. He's just going to infest and walk away. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet, he has to TP out here. Is he going to have it in time? Oh, just barely.
And he does.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That Prophet ult's so obnoxious. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2 A 2-second root on a 60-second cooldown for the entire enemy team, along with a shitload of damage. Jeez.
Say that too loud. GG. Thought you said G's with a apostrophe S.
No. It's certainly looking BRE favorite here, although that last fight from Grim was... There's signs of life. There's signs of life. But it's just looking real tough.
Yeah, there's real giving up yet.
Dawnbreaker gonna get caught, tossed, killed by the Tiny. And now Ursa's here. He has a Basher. Looks like BRE is just gonna TP out. Ryu running. There is a blink on Tiny. Up in 2 seconds. They have eyes on him. There's the stun. A toss up and back. It's actually gonna be a kill on Ryu. That's a huge kill. Fortunately goes in favor of the Rubik. I'm sure Ursa would love to get a piece of that so he can get his blink dagger. But really good stuff from GRIN. Just kind of seizing the moment. Absolutely showing signs of life. This game is not over in the slightest.
The one thing that I will point out is that when it's over, it's over. But when you have Lycan and you have Ursa coming online at the same time, you might be pushed back into your base before you know it.
Yep. Especially if this Lycan picks up the shard at some point this game, you're gonna have that constant wave pressure, which can really mess you up. But
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
taking a little time off to just farm up a little.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't like I don't like space between teams, especially with the 30-minute rule these days. I know nobody talks about it, but if you look at the games, most of the games are an average of 30 minutes. So separating at about 15, separating about 10, separating about 20, really cuts into that time, and you need to be together much more after the 10-minute mark.
Stun now from Tiny, and Lifestealer's gonna, for chance, hitting the tower just a little bit. Looks like he's gonna back off for next wave, but they do have Aegis on the side of BRE. Toss from Tiny, not quite gonna hit here. In fact, he's just gonna get rooted up. There's the Magic Immunity out from Lifestealer. Ult from Snapfire to finish off the Tiny. Big Nature's Prophet ult comes in. Root onto the Rubik. They're gonna finish off the Snapfire for that kill. Abaddon now gonna get run down. He doesn't have his ult anymore. They're gonna dive forwards for this Ursa, who's gonna turn around immediately onto the Ember Spirit. He's gonna try to do as much damage as he can. Ursa slapping, and I don't think it's gonna be enough. They're gonna turn around and actually try to kill the Ursa now. It might be enough to get the first life on Lifestealer, but it's not even that. He's just gonna armlet toggle and he'll be a-okay. Looking a little dicey here for the Lifestealer, but I mean, that was a great fight for BRE. Almost, I wouldn't say it's deciding that game, but it's putting it back from the kind of 50-50 he was looking at before now to certainly a 70-30. What does the win graph say? Yeah, about 70-30.
Yeah, we have to really notice that Lifestealer is walking around with an Aegis as well, and that is a very important piece of the puzzle, right?
Tiny
keep hitting Lifestealer.
Ooh, Tiny going down. Big Nature's Prophet ult to hold him in place while the Lifestealer chases him down, and this Tiny is just another support at this point. Yeah, this whole game is really hinging on this Ursa and Lycan entirely. If they can, make something out of these next few fights, otherwise, I think the eventual pressure from BRE is going to be too much to handle. Halberd almost being completed by Nature's Prophet here. This mid tier 2 goes down in favor of BRE.
I think at this point, Lifestealer should just dive. Has the Aegis, everybody's gonna support him, and they should just call the dive.
They're gonna find a kill on the Dawnbreaker. Certainly not bad at all. I don't know if that's a blink reveal or not, but I'm sure Dawnbreaker at least is very aware now. TPing Ryu in. Looks like GRIN Esports is actually gonna pick up their own tier 2 due to the help of Lycan. But Ursa's lurking.
I also was gonna say that Lycan took a while.
Oh, 2 kills. Favor BRE. Rubik and Abaddon going down. Philosopher's Stone found on the side of BRE as well.
20 seconds still on the Aegis.
Oh, he's happy. This is the happiest lifesteal I've ever seen. Looks like they're gonna infest bomb. It's starting to look like they're gonna infest bomb Tiny here. Are they gonna see him? I don't think they saw him.
Scanning for enemies.
Unfortunate, but they are gonna find the Lycan here. There it is. Can he get the chains? Pretty lucky. They're gonna have the Dawnbreaker ult as well to finish it off. Nature's Prophet ult not quite used, but they might actually get some vision on this Ursa if Prophet walks the correct direction. Dire triangle. Snapfire going to be found by the Abaddon and the Tiny. She's just going to have to back off as fast as possible as Lifestealer takes the bottom T1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Lifestealer is walking around like he owns a place.
Illusion.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alrighty, bottom T2, the last external tower, certainly going down here in a moment for GRIN Esports. BRE will have fully taken control of this map before, as if it wasn't already. Ursa trying to find this last little bit of gold to finish up his BKB before the next fight. Big smoke out from the Radiant, though. And that's smoke out from the Dire, actually. They might turn around and try to find this Lifestealer. Radiant's lurking. They're searching. They're running the same way. Oh, this is about to be an absolute disaster fight for the for GRIN Esports here. Stunned now from the Ursa. He's going to turn around, bash to the Dawnbreaker. They're actually going to find a kill on the Dawnbreaker. Simultaneously, Lycanthrope dies in back to a Revenant. Going to try to save himself. Arms now being caught. Disarmed. He's going to be killed. Tiny. He's looking at the Snapfire here. Stunned from the Snapfire onto the Tiny. Ryu going to slap him to death. Nice little Remnant there. Chains to cancel the TP. It's a 3-for-2 trade in favor of BRE as they kill off the Lycanthrope, the Ursa, and the Tiny. All 3 cores going down, while only Nature's Prophet and Dawnbreaker going down on the side of BRE.
And they're looking to put out 2 Howland. Oh, wait, no, that was changed. Who's gonna go Halsberg? Who Halsberg?
So Lifestealer has one, and I think Nature's Prophet has one. Yeah.
Oh, and so does Ember Spirit.
Ember Spirit has a halberd?
Yeah, it's coming in right now.
Oh yeah. They got 3 halberds.
Hey.
This is one sad Ursa.
Yeah, this is the shellacking.
I don't know if this is a shellacking. The last one was like extremely one-sided. This one, there's signs of life from GRIN, but I think they're just being outplayed.
Yeah, they're utilizing all the items that they possibly can to pin whoever wants to attack them, and that's great.
GRIN Esports pinging out the Snapfire here, but no, they know they're under vision. It's a really hard fight to take. Ryu popping his DD. They could be going forwards here. Oh. Conqueror set. Gonna be disarmed immediately. Courier being killed. He is finally gonna get the ward, but at what cost? It looks like it's gonna be his life. Oh. Maybe a little bit of a misremnant there from Ryu. And Roche is up again. Scotty finished on Lifestealer here.
Scanning for enemies.
It's like and it's taking what they can get, right? Going ahead, they're pushing bot, trying to get inside the base, offset a little bit. Of course, You know who's gonna come in and save the day is the Trent, which he always does. But definitely, they're taking what they can get.
There's an infest-bombed Ember Spirit here, and I feel like Grim should be backing off this. Tiny's gonna push this wave, back off immediately. Ryu's looking for it. Can he find it? Looks like no.
The rune of regeneration.
Oh, a nice little piece of downtime. Ursa has finished up his BKB. He's gonna be going Monkey King Bar now. Ryu is actually gonna could find the Rubik here. Looks like he's going in for it. An anticipatory Flame Guard. Let's see, what's Prophet building? AC? Okay, Life Stealer. Nullifier after the Scotty. Of course. I'm sure he's gonna pop out at some point. Yeah. It's like they've been searching for about 2 minutes with no farming being done by Life Stealer. Snapfire ult. She's looking for something. Looks like they're looking for this Lycan here. There's gonna be a chains up. Nature's Prophet TP's in. Dawnbreaker ult. There's the stun. Is it enough? Oh, surely. Now with the Sleight of Fist, Ryu's gonna finish him off, and Abaddon going down as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh my. I'm getting tired. Well, this
We've been up for a good portion of this tournament, so definitely.
This is the only reason I woke up today is to cast this tournament, I think. So I had an alarm set.
You would have been asleep all day. Just
Oh
like
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm happy that first series especially were pretty close games. This one's looking maybe not like the closest series I've ever seen.
Well, definitely with a 10-1 Ember Spirit and 7-0 Life Stealer, you do have a lot of opportunity to end early.
Right.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top
I'm
lane.
pretty sure Trent has 10.
Ooh. They might find this Rubik. Silence actually on the Ember Spirit. It looks like the Lycanthrope's going to finish off his Orchid. But, I feel like these racks are going down. Something tells me. Could be the 5 Treants, AC, and Deso. Oh, and Lil Shredder, of course. Something like minus 20 armor. See, it's minus 7 or minus 6 from the Life Stealer. It's minus 5 from the Prophet. Little Shredder, minus 3. About 15 armor. Toss back from the Tiny. They're going to actually silence the Life Stealer. It's going to be his first life down. He has popped Aegis here. Life Stealer, he's actually going to run forwards a little bit. Not quite going to get there, though. Mid tower going down. It looks like BRE plants back off. Toss back from Tiny. This could be the start of a really bad fight for GRIN here. It looks like the Ursa is going to try to do some damage. Snapfire ult. Going to find the Rubik and kill him off. Silence now onto the Ember Spirit. He's going to be finished off, actually. And it looks like this is not going too horribly for GRIN Esports. Rubik buys back. Nature's Prophet ult comes through. We're going to look for the Tiny here on the bottom. Abaddon just going to get slapped to death. Buyback from him as well. TP forwards immediately. Lycan ult out now. The Ursa. He's looking for something. They force staff the Nature's Prophet forwards. There's a stun. There's a toss back. They're going to be able to finish off the Nature's Prophet here. Maybe not quite. Simple's all the way in. He's actually to kill off Conqueror's set again. There's no ult for him. He's just going to go down immediately. And Nature's Prophet still isn't dead. Oh, there he is. Silence now onto the Life Stealer. It looks like they might be able to finish him off. Ursa's here. They have the stuns. And they're just looking for the Snapfire to make it a full sweep. Not quite going to get that first hit bash, but dear lord, what even happened there? It's a 4 for 4. They're going to kill off all the cores on BRE, and they're going to buy back on both the supports on GRIN. Wow, what a fight.
So there's no buybacks. There's no buybacks for GRIN at the moment. They're fully what do you call it, exhausted in that nature. But there's 4 left for BRE. So.
Gold and sweet.
Let's see.
Definitely Ursa has outplayed again, but hasn't been able to prosper.
Right. Oh, smoke now from GRIN. It looks like they're going to be trying to find some kill here. Ursa's finished off his Monkey King bar, so he's going to be packing on the damage. Of course, building regular damage now is a little hard, considering all the AC and all the armor items on BRE.
What I don't understand at this point is they have a very good Ursa, but the Ursa did not build into Satanic. Last match he built into Satanic, and he was very effective. So I want to see if he's gonna go. Satanic.
Rubik, he's getting run down by this life, so he's like a fucking race car, and now Baden ult pops. They're gonna try to find something here, but it looks like the only thing being found is, oh my gosh, Rubik is getting killed immediately by this Ember Spirit Ethereal Blade. No ult for Baden here. It could turn out to be a really bad fight. They're gonna have to back out on GRIN Esports here, otherwise they might get found. Tiny's gonna be the next victim. He's gonna get stunned up by the Dawnbreaker ult. Comes in Revenant there behind to seal the deal, and it looks like BRE might be going in for the kill shot here. Uh-oh. Bottom. They actually found the Ursa, and Ursa has no way to get to this Prophet. He's been E-bladed. He's gonna get the Dawnbreaker, but at what cost, Ursa? You need to start getting out. You could chains are stunned, and he gets force staffed, and he's maybe getting out actually, but at what cost? It looks like the cost is gonna be a Baden and possibly Lycan here. Oh no, Ursa's not even gonna get out. If he dies here, it's a disaster town. Snapfire has the Yules. Sprout now from the Nature's Prophet. Ursa's gonna try to turn and kill, but Nature's Prophet E-bladed at the end. He's gonna be A-okay. There's no buyback on anybody on GRIN, except for obviously this Lycanthrope, but it's looking pretty rough here. I don't know how he's gonna be able to do anything. They're looking for the kill on Lycanthrope. Silence onto the Snapfire. Muzi. He's just going to get run down here, and it looks like GRIN Esports is going to call it. Big Snapfire ult to finish off the game. That's going to be GG. 2-0 in favor of Block Roar Esports.
BRE.
Yeah, really showing their dominance that game. I mean, it wasn't really that close, especially the first game, but the second one, I mean, it always felt like they were in control and holding the map and doing what they needed to do. Comparatively, GRIN was suffering.
Yeah, so they were doing exactly what they came out to do, BRE, of course, because they came out with the victory in this series. It's just as I stated before, definitely Lycan is a very good hero for GRIN, but it never got off the ground. I'm pretty sure that he had a score of 10 and pushing 8.1, but as you can see, Ursa was not utilized as properly, but that's because of the great itemizing that they did on BRE, their Halsbergs.
Yeah, I mean, great play from BRE. Very solid stuff. All right, well, that's gonna wrap up my casting for today. Thank you for joining me. Really appreciate the co-cast, and thanks for watching the games, and thanks to all the viewers, of course.
Thank you all, and remember, stand up, stretch, and play Dota.